All right, fiddle players, I am Fiddlin Mike, and this is my first fiddle lesson. We're going to have a whole lot of these, and if you subscribe to my website, which is coming soon, it should be released in the next couple of weeks, you'll be able to see a new video every single week, and I'm going to post clips from these videos up on YouTube and MetaCafe, which is probably where you're watching it right now. And I'll have some free lessons. I'll post a whole lesson like this one. I'm going to post a whole lesson if I can get it within the 10 minutes. And if you go to my website, you'll be able to, and subscribe, you'll be able to get all the lessons that I release every week, plus tabs and everything that I put up. So go check that out. It's fiddlinmike.com, and it should be up in a couple weeks. And this tune is Angeline the Baker, and it's a great old-time tune. It's a standard. Old-time fiddle players everywhere know this tune. Bluegrass players know this tune. If you go to any kind of old-timey festival, bluegrass festival, and you try and jam, everyone's going to know this one. So you can whip it out and play it, and everyone's going to be able to play along. Now, this tune, you can see the way that I teach the lesson. This is how most of these lessons are going to go. And I would love to hear your comments if you guys want me to position myself a little differently so you can see my left or my right hand. If you want me to play the tune even slower, then go ahead and leave some comments. Let me know. This is all about you guys and helping you guys learn these tunes. So please tell me what helped me help you. So any comments would be great. And this is how I usually do it. I play the whole tune at full speed, and then I break it down and play it really slowly so that you can hear all the notes and see the bow changes a little easier. And then after the tune, talk about it a little bit and go through it and draw your attention to bowing details or fingering details. And I talk about, and as we do jazz tunes and bluegrass tunes in the future, I'm going to break down the licks and the variations and the improvisations that I put in there. And I'm going to show you how to use those, not just in the tune I taught you in the first place. I'm going to show you how to use those in other tunes. And I'm going to help you understand the improv that goes on there. So I play it fast, play it slow, and then I break it down so you really understand the information that I'm giving you. So this tune, Angeline the Baker, the information that is special in there, this is one of the easier tunes that I'm going to teach you, easier arrangements version-wise. So, but I wanted to call your attention to a few things. First being, this tune has a lot of drones, and a drone is when you play an open string along with your melody notes. So for instance, if you just played the melody of Angeline the Baker without the drones, it would sound like this. And so that's the melody, and I'm sure you guys heard that, in the first place. But it's not quite as driving, and when you play it with an open string, it adds more body to the tune, and also you can use those open strings to drive the tune rhythmically. For instance. You can see the way that I dig into those drones, and sometimes I have the drones, sometimes I don't. And when I do have the drones, it's a little bit more power, and you can use that to create a rhythmic drive. And the more tunes I teach you, the more I go into this, the more you're going to start to get a feel for how you can do that. But this tune has drones pretty much all the way through. Next thing I wanted to talk about is the bowing. I use 3-note slur bowing patterns pretty often in a lot of tunes, and it's something that a lot of fiddle players do, and I'll draw your attention to it. Even right in the beginning, there's a 3-note slur. Okay, to get into it, and so then you're doing, it leads you into the downbeat on a downstroke. And so bowing wise, you generally want to have your downbeat be a down bow, because it's a little stronger. You're able to emphasize the beat a little better that way. So in general, you're going to see that we try and keep the downbeats on a down bow. Of course, there's always exceptions, but you'll get a feel for that. And you want to apply that general principle as often as possible. So after we do that 3-note slur to get into the first beat, we do something interesting. We go over to the D string and play that alone, and then come back to the double strings, and then keep on going with the drones. So you're doing a 3-note slur into the down bow, and then a 2-note slur where you hit only the D string and then come back to the A. And you're coming back to the drones. So that's sort of an old-timey type of bowing, an old-timey bowing pattern that you might not see in, say like a bluegrass tune or a Texas fiddle tune. And that appears in the arrangement multiple times, as you'll see from the tab. So we did it again. We repeated the phrase, so we repeated the same bowing. Now right there, I'm doing a double stop, and the melody note ended on a D, and then so we're already playing the 3 on the A with the open D. That's an octave. So that's one of the reasons it sounds so good, is it's an octave. You're constantly hitting that octave. You keep that 3 down, and then you play a low 2 on the E string with it. That interval is called a fourth. I'm not going to get too heavy into music theory or intervals or anything, but that's just something good for you to know. And fourth.